didn't have BTS or didn't have music, it probably would be a lot sadder. Like I would just feel a lot more lonely.
Hi, welcome to TTK in Isolation. Following on from a previous video where we interviewed ARMY that are currently in self-isolation around the world, we decided to do a part 2, and this video is that. If you're new here, please make sure you press subscribe and the bell notification button next to it. Make sure you press allow all notifications because we've got some live streams coming up and we'd love to hear from you guys whilst we're all in isolation, getting super bored, doing nothing.
Hi, I'm Chelsea, I'm 25 and I live in Brighton.
Hi, my name's Catherine, I'm 16 and I live in North Yorkshire.
Hi, I'm Opal. I'm 17 years old and I live in London.
My name is Zoe, I'm 17 years old and I'm from Canada.
My name is Amanda, I am 38 years old and I live in Tennessee.
Hi, my name is Dia, I'm 17 from London and I'm part of the UK BTS formation.
Officially, probably about a week because I worked in a store that was still open until last Thursday.
So counting now, I think past 2 weeks, don't really know the exact days.
It's been a week basically.
It's really hard, but I keep listening to BTS music every day. It keeps me going.
I mean, you're sat in the perfect place because there is so much BTS behind you.
I've been in quarantine for, it was Saturday, so just over a week. Yeah, just over a week.
So for Tennessee, we're not really enforced.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like businesses are saying at your discretion.
I've been having a good time just kind of getting my stuff together, relaxing. I was really stressed. I'm in my senior year of high school.
It's hard finding the motivation to actually do it even though you've got the time.
I know, you have so much time to do so much, and then I like yesterday, I mopped the house, felt very successful, and I was like, right, this week is done.
I think social media is a really big part of it. I'm quite active on Twitter.
My DMs on Twitter or just seeing the cute videos that people post and retweeting them, or also the new Learn Korean thing that BTS released.
Do covers for their dances and then just post it, and then people ask for tutorials, so I just help them with that. Before I didn't have time to do that.
I've never been a huge BTS run watcher. I didn't watch them avidly.
Yeah.
And then recently I've just been catching up and watching all that, which has been really interesting. So
obviously with more free time, it's a chance to catch up with Run and Bon Voyage and live streams and stuff.
Sometimes you need to prove yourself as a fan to yourself, so you want to help BTS rise up, and that's the only ways that you can find it. Even though you can't really go out and do things, that's why online there's a lot of things you can do.
I always play their music when I'm working, so that's always going. And usually, lately, I've been kind of in a rewatch phase, so some Run BTS episodes since they just came back with the new ones.
I was, yes.
London and Berlin.
I was planning on seeing them in LA on day one.
I mean, I'm disappointed, I guess, but obviously what's most important is looking after their health and everyone else's health.
I think it was really smart of them to push the ticket release back because it gives us a bit more time to know what was going on.
It's kind of one of those situations where it's it's understandable. This is a worldwide thing. There's no control over it.
If it's for the best, then obviously I'm just going to have to accept it. But I really did want to see them.
Yeah, just really devastated when I heard the news. I was really sad, but then I understand it's because of the virus.
I am hopeful for rescheduling because I'm going to the LA show. I feel like an LA show will have more likelihood of getting rescheduled.
I was ready, as in I had my bank cards, everything prepared, but knowing that it not cancelled, but postponed, I'm happy that they're taking everyone's health into account.
There was one account that I saw online that was live streaming old concert DVDs.
Oh wow.
Which was really cool because then obviously you could watch the Red Bullet tour that was being streamed the other day, which is one that I've not seen before.
There's a fan base called BTS ARMY, something like that. It's it does a lot of charity work and that, and I'm pretty sure that they've set up donation funds, but I have seen definitely what happened after the Seoul concert was cancelled, all the donations from that was really amazing to see.
seen a streaming party, and then they call it for like, we had the Wings concert like a few years back, and they're like putting the same dates as those concerts, and then we're streaming the same songs.
I've seen a lot of charity work being done, which is really cool. I'm actually one of the admins for my city's fan base, so we're currently in the works of trying to put something together.
Being part of like the UK ARMY and stuff has been quite affected. I'm like the admin for Brighton, and we recently put our team together, and we did a lot of promotion stuff during album release, like went to HMV and stuff like that, had a really good time, and it's just kind of affected that because we were obviously planning summer meetups and stuff, and at the moment it's so up in the air, like we don't know whether we're going to be able to do that.
But I definitely think it's really cool to see how we're able to turn like this weird situation that the entire world's in into something that can be positive, and we can find new ways to, you know, impact the world.
Obviously, there's been the Black BTS block party armies. We have accounts doing giveaways, sharing their fan arts.
Personally, I've found it quite easy to find other people to talk to, because I think within a fandom there's lots of other kind of fandoms within it. For example, there's like the journaling community, like the edits community, stuff like that, and the dance community especially. I thought that's really big, and it's really easy to find people to talk to like that.
If you go like to the trending page, you know, they have topics broken out, and since I already follow a few like of the BTS official stuff, some of the member stuff's already trending, so I kind of see what those topics are, who's posting them, maybe go check out their profile, see what they're about.
I mean, if they don't have access to things like Twitter and things like community spaces like that, which I find really helpful, then yeah, maybe again like online content, and I think especially like live streams, because it kind of almost feels like they're chatting to you and like stuff like that, which can be really comforting.
Obviously, you not only do you have BTS in common, but you also can bond over something else as well.
People are creating more group chats on Twitter where you can join and meet new people.
So really, I guess your advice would be just try and get involved.
Yeah.
Didn't have BTS or didn't have music, it probably would be a lot sadder. Like, I would just feel a lot more lonely, where I feel like I have friends because of BTS. I have this music that can, like, I love music. I always like to have it on in the background. I always like to have it playing when I'm doing my online schoolwork.
Oh god, maybe it's a bit sad, but like having like things on like in the background, like when you're about to go to sleep and stuff, just having them like having voices and stuff like talk to you is really soothing.
Music really, when you learn about their lyrics and the meanings behind them, makes you feel less lonely when you know what song to pick out to listen to and how you're feeling, it relates to the music.
I think it's definitely helping me to listen to them more, because for example, when I'm in school, I can't always listen to music when I'm doing work, but when I'm at home, whenever like I have anything to do, I'll always just put their songs on.
Yeah.
I don't really feel like my habits have like changed much in that. Like, I mean, I've had more, obviously without working, I've had more time to have like music on in the background and stuff like that. So I think things like that, I'm probably like consuming more content in that way, like just listening to music in the background, which has been great. Like, I wish I could do that all day, every day.
Personally, they have been, like, music's always been a thing that, for me, it's like music says what I can't say sometimes, right? So when I go through like personal situations, they did help.
Whalian 52, so you know, I'm a lonely whale.
The first thing you want to say is thank you, just like for everything, providing like support, entertainment, especially in this kind of period of time.
Well, first thing I'd say to them is probably wash your hands, stay safe.
A huge thank you for their music, the speeches they give, just knowing that they're working so hard to give us that happiness.
But I don't think anyone could like thank them enough for what they do in that regard. But also, just to like let them know that like we're with them.
We're always there for them, even though we're like really far. We're still connected with like music, the words and all that, and we love them so much.
They've spent so long preparing all of this stuff, and even when they did the promotions in Korea to like no audiences and stuff, like that must have been so hard, like so disheartening to know that they've like worked for all of this and then they can't share it how they want to.
just keep going, keep working, keep resting, and don't think that this is forever, and we're all hoping for the better side of this, and just to thank them for everything they've been able to give us, and that we're going to try and do what we can to prove that that we're here and we love them a lot. So,
because I feel like a lot of people in this time feel like they have no one to turn to, but because of the fandom that they have and the different videos you can find of them online, it's really easy to feel not so alone.
It'll get there, even though it'll take a long time. There will be a point where we'll all get back together, and we just have to stay strong.
Thank you for watching. Let us know in the comments what you thought of everyone's answers. Are you in the same boat as them, as us? Are we all in this together? Come on now, everyone.
We love to chat to you guys at this time in the comments, so make sure you get involved, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys again next time. I said guys a lot.
Thank you very much to this month's patrons. Your names are down below if you're a producer. If you guys would like to get involved on Patreon, it really is supporting us quite a lot.
Press that button down there.
Then make sure you press the button down there.
Bye.